They handed my life's work to my sister and watched it burn. They renamed the place Alder and Finch Jewelers, but it would always be Finch Jewelry to me. The tiny shop I'd spent a decade dragging from shaky break-even numbers to an honest, steady profit. 10 years of my 20s gone into polishing settings until my fingertips cracked, negotiating with estate brokers at dawn auctions, learning to read a customer's face the moment they spotted the piece. Meanwhile, my sister Marissa drifted between influencer gigs and branding consults that never lasted more than a month. Last month, my parents signed the business over to her. Didn't warn me, didn't ask, didn't even pretend I had a place in the conversation. I started at 19, spending nights learning to size rings from dad, helping mom reconcile the books with a calculator older than I was. By year 3, I'd built out a proper repair corner, torch, buffers, ultrasonic cleaner, and suddenly repairs made up a third of our income. Year 5, I put together a milestone package, engagement ring plus wedding bands plus a complimentary cleaning for life. That single idea paid our rent 3 times over. Year 7, I convinced Antonio Rivera, legend, artisan, stubborn as hell, to come out of retirement part-time to handle custom designs. Customers started coming from 2 counties over for his work. Marissa, she visited maybe twice a year, tried on earrings, posted a photo, left. 3 weeks ago, mom asked me to come early. Your father and I want to retire, she said. We're moving to Nevada to be near your uncle. I honestly thought, finally, this was my moment. Instead, we're transferring ownership to Marissa. I laughed, not on purpose. She doesn't know how to run a jewelry counter, much less a business. That's why you'll train her, mom said. You'll stay on as manager. Same job. Dad didn't even look at me when he said, paperwork's already filed. I went home and took inventory of what I'd actually built. The supplier contacts? All in my phone, not the shop computer. The estate sale brokers? They had my personal cell. Antonio only worked with me, not the business. The client list? Anniversary reminders, metal allergies, stone preferences, stored in a spreadsheet on my laptop. The social media accounts? Under my email. None of these things transferred with the deed. Monday, Marissa arrived carrying a bubblegum pink binder titled Rebranding Strategy. She wanted minimalist pieces, high-volume sales, bright white displays, content-focused merchandising. When she asked where the repair bench was, I said, same place it's been for 9 years. She frowned. I'm thinking we ditch repairs, not on brand. Repairs were 30% of our profit. By Wednesday, she'd fired our part-time appraiser. Redundant, she said, meaning she thought my valuation skills were enough. Thursday, Antonio called. She'd told him custom work was too slow and wanted him to handle quick jobs instead. He quit 2 days later. When she came to my station demanding to know why I hadn't convinced him to stay, all I said was, you're the owner now. Handle it yourself. The following week, I interviewed with Lakeshore Estate and Fine Jewelry across town. They'd tried to poach me before. This time I said yes. Same base pay, better commission, and they wanted me leading their vintage acquisitions team. When I handed in my notice, Marissa's face drained. You can't leave. Sure I can. I'm not family here, remember? I'm staff. Staff can quit. What about the suppliers? The estate contacts? Everything you do? All yours now. Build new ones. Within 3 days, a dozen regulars asked where I was going. 8 said they'd follow. By my last afternoon, Marissa couldn't even look at me. 2 weeks into my new job, Antonio walked into Lakeshore. You hiring? He asked. He joined the team that same day. 3 weeks in, the estate sale coordinator started calling my number. Loyalty follows people, not buildings. 4 weeks in, my old supplier rep left a voicemail. Your sister's account is 60 days past due. We can't extend more credit. That was no longer my problem. Then Dad called. The shop is falling apart, he said. Marissa's overwhelmed. We need you to come back and fix this. I don't work there, I said. Just temporarily, until she gets her feet under her. I'm in a job that actually respects what I bring to the table. We gave you everything, he snapped. No, I told him calmly. You gave her everything. I earned mine. Yesterday, Mom actually showed up at Lakeshore. We made a mistake, she whispered. The shop is failing. Then sell it while it still has value, I said. You're letting your family legacy die. No, I said. You killed it when you handed it to someone who didn't earn it. Then I walked back to help a customer choose an emerald pendant.